Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Live from Sulu. This is Queen Helen Abdurrajak, Queen Elizabeth III. We are now situated at the very heart of Sulu and in our main headquarters in Sulu has brought the power and authority as the foundation of the new generation in the implementation of peace, defense, economic development, healthcare and learning program, and renewable energy, and that is the buried asset, the gold, oil, diamond, and other minerals that are beneath the territorial domain of the Royal Imperial Lupasug Islamic United Kingdom of Sulu in North Borneo. It is an honor for today to have again our beloved Sultan of Sulu and North Borneo, the King of Southeast Asia, Raja Muhammad Gamar Mamay Hassan Abdurrajak, the King of Southeast Asia, as handed by the grandfather Tunku Abdurrahman Putra Al-Haj. For with him, we know that the cobwebs of the conspiracy of all this black propaganda, the publicity of the claimants that they are going to receive the money from the Malaysian government as mandated, as awarded by the Court of France. This is a very essential to know the conspiracy right from the start of the fight of the 9 heirs of the claimant Sultan Sulu in North Borneo. Why? In Tribunal Superior de Justicia in France, why they are not putting the claim, the fight in Mahkamah Tinggi or Mahkamah in Sabah, Putrajaya, Malaysia. So they have their arbitrator coming from France just to have the 62 billion payment they are being demanded with the government of Malaysia. So this is now the vital point, because they knew that Queen Helen and King Mamay have already come out to the entire world, because the legitimacy is not from us, it is from Allah, it is from God, and it is from our elders, our big brothers, our ancestors that really stood for us. Good morning, our beloved King, Sultan Sulu. This is the moment now, despite of what they are doing spiritually, trying to harass our stamina, our standing, because they are using black magic to really have us lower down our physical standing. Good morning. This is the moment that we have to speak in English, because yesterday my broadcast has reached to the ears of our big brothers in different countries, and our Queen Mama listened, because we want to stop the war and really put the so-called pressure from the kingdom of the Royal Empire of Lupasug, because the sovereign court is the powerful entity to give them the pressure right now. Good morning.
Auzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning to all my brothers and sisters, Christian, Muslim, and others. I am going to declare the truth that there is a predecessor of Law 101. The predecessor of Law 101 is the heirs and successors. there was a message written in hand on 1903. In 1903, sorry, before the 50 years extension of Mapilindo. The message contained, I heartily support and witness the key reel of this note from to the onwards up to his descendant, to whom it may concern. The man has the right to overcome the rulers from the division territory from the mainland of North Borneo, the highness by the guardians of King Mama and Queen Helen, in accordance precisely to the predecessor of law 101. How could the claimants recognized by the illegal court of France? Actually, there is a code. The code 102 is the coordinating partners, which is Brunei government. The code 103, that is the High Court of Sabah, Kota Kinabalu. The recognition is from Sabah, not from France. We know that the governor Sakoltan in 2017, they went to Sabah to endorse all his document in High Court, but he was not advised. The High Court of Sabah advised him to go back to the Philippines. They stay in Hayat, Kota Kinabalu. I will warn the France government, do not interfere the Sultan of Sulu and North Borneo concern, because you are not recognized. We know the Treaty of Paris. The recognition of Treaty of Paris is England, government of England. It was given authority by the Sultan of Sulu, Sultan of Sulu government of England, government of Germany, government of France, government of Italy. It was the last Treaty of Paris in 1925 when my father was born on 7th June 1925. Mark my word. We know the claim during the administration of Judge McCaskey, North Borneo in 1939, that lead by Dayang-Dayang Piandao. Dayang-Dayang Piandao is not the true Piandao. The true Piandao died without husband. When Sultan Amirul Umrah married to Dayang-Dayang Piandao, they will go to Sandakan to claim Sabah. Imagine.
And that's the one that assumed the power of Sultan Jamalul Kiram II, Raja Mamay.
Yeah.
They killed Jamalul Kiram II, poisoned, but it is Ama Ali, Sultan Ismail Ikram. Now, this is now the reason why we are trying to give the clarity, the truth to the world because of this claim.
The reason why Amirul Umrah is the personal advisor of Sultan of Sulu, and he is the man of America. So this is a complicated
we were sold to America
and misunderstanding. Amirul Umrah is used by the American to manipulate all the asset of the Sultan Jamalul Kiram II. This is all gold and diamond. This is asset, fighting for asset. They will lead Piandao in 9 years. These 9 years, not legitimate, because all representation of 9 years is the son of Punjungan. Punjungan's son. That's why, according to Judge McCaskey, they gave a 2 question mark. If the heirs in succession will not come, the award will be given to them. But if the heirs in successors will come out, so they are valid. They are invalid. That's why Datuk Mustafa Harun, during his time as the Prime Minister, as the Chief Minister of Sabah, they will give a compensation. How could the Malaysian government give an award of 63 billion ringgit Malaysia when the 31st July 1963, they are not given a country? Imagine, they are not given a country. You must aware of the International Criminal Court of Justice. You should not issue an award to those who are claimant. This claimant is already expired, because with the heirs and successors and apparent heirs and apparent, that is the North Borneo Sultana de Holo, Queen of the Philippine Island. This is the secret. If I cannot marry the only daughter of Marcos and the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II, I cannot be a legitimate Sultan of Sulu, North Borneo. Believe me or not, I am telling the truth, because the word of wisdom, we must respect Allah, 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 Allah.
Okay, Raja Mamay, in 2012, we remember when we were together with Congressman, former Congressman Lola Deer, Josephine, the one that really helped us, that they sabotage. Okay, now, when we were in Baguio, they made a publicity destroying our morals so that the people that would help us will not honor us. The same thing now what they are doing, and because this is the claim of Muhammad Puad, and Muhammad Puad is together with this person, their packager that is called HRH Prince Omar Kiram, Doc de Legazpi Duque de Vivar Maniquez. That's why they have filed this case in France. So the support now, who really funded them, is it Malaysia or other countries, or this is the one that coming from Malacanang? Because the claim of these 9 heirs is also rooted in the peace talk, because they are supporting the revolutionary government, and this is the claim that they want to take over the Philippines, because Ms. Wari supported the claim of Muhammad Puad, and Muhammad Puad is with Gloria Arroyo. So because remember how many of them sent by the Queen Mother to study in England together with Prince Charles.
Actually, during the regime of my uncle as the government of Sabah, Chief Minister Dato' Mustafa Harun, the three was given a scholarship to study in London, which is Haji Hasan al-Bolkiah, Ibrahim Johor, Ismail Ibrahim, and Muhammad Puad. The two seated as the king of Johor and king of Brunei. This Muhammad Puad is a stolen identity of Donald Steven when they embraced to Muslim. Donald Steven is from New Zealand. They embrace a Muslim and become the head of state and also chief minister. Muhammad, this Puad is not the true Puad. Mark my word. This is stolen misidentity, misunderstanding of identity.
Misrepresentation
of identity, sorry. They must be to be arrested.
Because he is representing the royal Hashemite
He was born in Sandakan. His father is made parao, that is
that is falsification of documents.
Yeah, it's not the true Muhammad Puad. The true Muhammad Puad is the head of state of Sabah and the chief minister of Sabah. Donald Steven embraced the Muslim, become Muhammad Puad. And how could he get the identity of Muhammad Puad? He was not born in New Zealand. He was born in Sandakan. Now,
you know the father and the mother.
I know the father. He's in Sandakan.
And you said before,
the father is making a boat, small boat.
Yes.
Yeah, he is from Simonor, Tawi-Tawi.
The one creating a small boat.
Small boat.
Okay, now they have the lineage. Now, because they were packaged by the government of Sabah, they were sent to England. Prince Charles and their classmate, Gloria Arroyo, Hasan al-Bolkiah, the one in Johor, Ibrahim, together with Puad.
As was I told, when 245 years old, come to Sabah in 2003. It is he is Abdul Ad-Jalain. When he is in Brunei, the 29th Sultan Ahmad Tajuddin. They went here in 2003. According to him, if any one of you, my grandson, wrote a letter to Queen of England, to my cousin, you are the one. You are the one. So, he told us that Queen Elizabeth II has no daughter, has no son. But he has daughter in the Philippines. He don't have any son, daughter in England. All adopted. He was the one who told us. Abdul Adjalain. Gloria knows that. For 245 years old. Come to Sabah in 2003. But he was not being proceeded to Brunei because of his grandson was advised the immigration of Labuan to cancel his trip to Brunei. So he will not go to Brunei, he return back to the Philippines. Abdul Adjalain. Ahmad Tajuddin in Brunei, Abdul Adjalain in the Diangas.
So this is the very reason why I'm trying to shell out and dissect the truth about the claimants. The claimants of today, now, that really is supported by this Dukes Bivar Manikes. This is Omar Kiram, who is also a Christian. And in our picture caption, they are in Vatican. They have come to the different parts of the claim that they have. And then finally, they went to France in the superior, the court, the Tribunal Superior Court de Justicia. So it's like the High Court. Now, the main thing is Malaysia doesn't recognize. So they are now in hot trouble now because the government, this claim as awarded this 62 billion is from the session money. Now, we have to discuss about the deed of 1878 because they adulterated the deed. They said Jamalul Alam Kiram. This is not Jamalul Alam Kiram, but it is Jamalul Alam Haji Hasan Pasang. So these people is trying to destroy the law of succession and the identity of the Sultan. Now, if we have to discuss the 1878, it was signed in Likop Adam, right? It's not just in the palace of the Jamalul Alam, which they call Kiram. Now, Raja Mamay, can you elaborate well what is the meaning of Alam, what's the meaning of Kiram, and why they are using the claim, putting their family name, their surname as Kiram because they want to claim?
Actually, the real one, the truth. In 100 years, British North Borneo Chartered Company, before ended the 3 years Treaty of Paris in 15th century. There was a first treaty in 15th century that my great-great-grandfather gave an authority to the Pope because his best friend is Pope in Vatican. They made a statue of cross through that agreement.
That before is 300 years.
Yeah, that was on November 1st, 1881. That was the first throne of Queen Elizabeth I, Queen Victoria Island, Labuan, Brunei, Sarawak Empire. Before the Queen of Elizabeth I transferred to the England, they made another 100 years under the British North Borneo Chartered Company, January 22, 1878 to 1978, 100 years. And then that was the second throne of Queen Elizabeth I as the Queen of England. So this 100 years, there was an extension. That's why I already read the message. I heartily support. Before the signing of the 50 years extension by Jamalul Kiram II on April 22, 1903. Extension with the deed of 1878 for 50 years, signed by Alfred Den and Oberbeck with Baron. Sultan Jamalul Kiram II, Baron de Oberbeck. How could they make the claimants? It is all black propaganda.
Because they killed Jamalul Kiram II.
Jamalul Kiram II was not killed. The one who was poisoned is Ismail I. Kiram.
And that is Ama Ali.
Ama Ali. That is Sultan Turun Lawan Dumaga in Borneo Sarip Usman Ali. But his name was stolen or taken by Salim bin Ali, now staying in
Tawau.
Tawau.
So this is the very reason that they continued the claim in trying to overrule the law of succession from predecessor of Law 101, which is very clear, and the one with the 1405 and direct from Shariful Hashim Sultan Saidina Abu Bakr, the first Sultan of Sulu, because the claimants just get their lineage from Jamalul Kiram II, and because of the manipulation, the support of these other people who are also claiming of the money of the Sultanate of Sulu in North Borneo, Raja Mamay. Now, this is now the time that we have really to assert, we have really to impose the law, because the sovereign court is above the government of the Philippines, which you can see how they manipulate, putting the spread of information to really block the true heirs and successor to the throne, which luckily we were granted our succession yesterday, the other day, because we were able to get the blessing of Queen Mama, Queen Elizabeth II, and the brothers that are controlling the finance of the world. So how are we going to do this? Because they had been doing this since the beginning, the stoppage of the Sultan of Sulu. That is the main reason that they are using your brother, your name, the stolen identity, that you is Gamar bin Abdul Ghaffar, is also the identity stolen by your brother Alnas bin Abdul Ghaffar. So using Alam Kiram. As I asked you, Alam is called the light. Kiram is Quran, Nur Karim. So it is not the name of the heirs and successor. What is that note of Judge Makaski? I heartily support. Can you say it again?
Actually, the truth of the matters, no one is above the law. We respect the law. That's why there is an international court of justice to justify it. And we have also installed the sovereign court in Indanan by Puti, as that we are sovereign judge of Sulu in North Borneo, and the Queen also sovereign judge of Sulu in North Borneo. We have to tell the truth, and we have to tell the public all over the world.
And they are listening right now.
We
that's
are
right.
the heirs in succession. That's why written by the British North Borneo Chartered Company by hand, the message very clear. I heartily support and witness the key reel of this note from to the onwards up to his descendant, to whom it may concern. The man has the right to overcome the rulers from the division territory from the mainland of North Borneo, the highness by the guardians of King Mamay and Queen Helen, in accordance precisely to the predecision of Law 101.
That is the main reason that they have adulterated, they have destroyed the law of succession. Actually, their succession just come from Jamalul Kiram II, Mawalil Wasit. So all of this, they have just to impose that they are really from the lineage of the Kirams and the Alams.
So my lineage is three. I am from the blood of Jamalul Alam. I am from the blood of Jamalul Kiram.
Direct.
I am from the blood of Bolkiah. I am the true Bolkiah. Because the identity of Haji Hasanal, it was only February 26, 1984. That's why misrepresentation of identity. When they were not changed his family name as Ali Saifuddin III, he is legitimate sultan. But he is technical because they are getting Bolkiah. He is not the lineage of Bolkiah. That's why they must have to return all the responsibility to the Sultan of Sulu, because I am the true Sultan of Sulu. The Sultan of Sulu is the king of Southeast Asia, as the replacer of my great-great-grandfather. My great-great-grandfather, he is the first and the last king of Southeast Asia. And he became the first prime minister of Malaysia. He was the one who gave independence in 31st August 1957, known to be Tunku Abdurrahman Putra Al-Haj in Malaysia, Husin Kamaluddin in Brunei, Raja Husin Kamaluddin in Singapore, Muhammad Kamaluddin in Sulu, Muhammad Kamaruddin in Indonesia, Raja Husin in Borneo, Brunei. This is, I'm going to tell you the truth. Jamalul Kiram is a code. Jamalul Alam is a code. Only Bolkiah is the true name. That's why I am Bolkiah.
Okay, Raja Mamay, the good thing is, you have ordered me as the queen to do the inventory. Remember? Now, the 64 billion, the 63 billion that they are trying to award, they are being given 3 months pressuring the government of Putrajaya. What are we going to do with the government of Putrajaya when in fact they are not a country, they are only a trust? Yeah. And this is now the legitimacy that they are claiming Sabah. Because of this claim, they have not realized that we are going to come out as the true lineage direct from the succession from Queen of England and from Ama Ali, the 33rd Sultan of Sulu and North Borneo, and now you are the 34th Sultan of Sulu and North Borneo. So this is the difference. Oh, it is